Ladies and gentlemen, if you could be upstanding as the academic staff at City Education Group are now about to make their formal procession.
If you'd like to be seated, please. Distinguished guests, graduands, ladies and gentlemen, colleagues. My name is John Dean O'Keefe. I'm the Dean of Criminology and Policing Studies at City Colleges, and on behalf of the City Education Group, I would like to formally welcome you all to this, our morning conferring ceremony for 2025. But some housekeeping rules for us just before we get started. In the unlikely event of an incident, you will notice that there are 3 exits and entrances. One where you came in, of course. There's another one behind you or behind us here, and another one over there to your right. Toilets, if needed, are also over there, by the way. And if I can just remind you, the most important thing of the day, to remind you about your mobile phones. If you could turn them to silent, turn them off, or even destroy them, that would be that'd be much appreciated. Today's order of ceremony is as per your booklets, and I will introduce each part as we progress. Afterwards, we hope you will join staff and fellow graduates for a drink, and doubtless a few pictures up. Oh, there's some food as well, by the way, sorry. And doubtless some pictures up at City College where you collected your gowns. You can also bring them back there. Well, the first thing to say, and it's the most obvious thing, but I'm going to say it anyway, this really is your day. You've worked hard to be here. And now, at last, we will all get to celebrate this time with you, your family, and your friends. Indeed, perhaps I should say at the outset, as I look around here today, I can't help but be dazzled by the fashion, the clothes, the expensive makeup, and the Christian Louboutin heels. And quite frankly, the ladies aren't looking too bad either. You knew that was coming. Can I firstly, however, pay a special thanks to the 2 gentlemen behind me, our musicians today, for their rendition of Jeremiah Clarke's Prince of Denmark, and that's Duncan Brickenden on piano and John Walsh on trumpet, both of whom you'll be hearing from again at the end of the ceremony. There's a wonderful synergy, by the way, between these 2 musicians. Firstly, unusually they like each other, which I understand is rare. I'm right. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm right about that, actually. Duncan is the musical director of a male voice choir that I am in, and I think it's fair to say, Duncan, that we've certainly had choir nights out that would be difficult to forget and probably not talk about. Duncan has been lecturing on our diploma in music at City Colleges, so he has, of course, and is always the obvious choice for today. And John, too, has been to City College, where he studied to become a solicitor after many years blowing into a trumpet for a living, which apparently, he said to me, can get a little boring and, more importantly, doesn't buy you the house in Foxrock. Well, I'm pleased to tell you here today, and I know he won't mind me telling you, he now makes Elon Musk look like a lad on minimum wage. So there's a message for all graduates here today of City Education Group. So as I always say, should any of you, the ladies here, be getting married soon and you're looking for a grand entrance, well, I think it's fair to say that John is your person for that. Or alternatively, for the gentlemen here, if you're on probation or you're tagged at the moment and don't want yet another stint in Clover Hill, then please also do give John a shout. But we're all here today. We're back in this wonderful church of St. Anne's, where we always have our graduations at City College, and it probably goes without saying that we're in a most magnificent building which is steeped in history and has been associated with some very serious people over the years. Oscar Wilde, for example, was baptised in this parish. Wolfe Tone got married right here and then went on to have a really fashionable honeymoon in Maynooth. They knew how to party in those days. Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula, was married on this very spot here too. My own memory of this church in St. Anne's was walking down Dawson Street outside as a little boy, holding my mother's hand when she told me the amazing news that this church was actually named after her. Apparently, I was so impressed and excited by this fact, I started to hyperventilate on the street and jump up and down. You can only imagine my shock later when my father told me that it wasn't the truth and that she was joking and the church wasn't, in fact, named after her. You know, I cried and broke my favourite toy. And yet I'll never forget my father's words to me on that day. John, he said, "Give it up, you're 35 years of age." I miss my dad, a very wise man. Okay, so look, now to commence to the formal part of these proceedings, I'd now like to introduce you to Dr. Graham Glanville, Joint Director of Quality Teaching and Learning at City Education Group, who is going to open the formal part of these proceedings on this great day for you all. Although Graham would be too humble to admit this, or maybe not, it is not an exaggeration to say that he and Karen, who you'll be hearing from later, and their team's critical work continue to be the engine that runs the quality at City Education Group, and one that continues to be and change the face of professional education, not least for you, the graduates whom we celebrate here today in St. Anne's. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could put your hands together for Graham. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. A very warm welcome to our graduands, to family members, to friends, and of course to guests. I have to echo what John said. You absolutely are all looking gorgeous. I want to congratulate each and every one of you on your achievement. As graduands, you have every reason to be proud and hopeful for what comes next. I think it's incredibly important to also press pause and take time out today, even just for today, to reflect on what you have achieved. It's so often we rush through things in life and forget about the big things, and of course today is certainly one of those big things. As staff, we are honoured that we can be with you on this very special occasion, and we thank you for being the genesis of this day of celebration. As co-director of quality for City College Dublin, together with Karen Higgins, we play a key role in upholding our quality assurance and enhancement system, working with many staff across the group, some you know, and others who work passionately behind the scenes. Our QA system is dynamic and responsive to the needs of students and to industry, ensuring that learners acquire work-ready skills and knowledge, but are also afforded the space and time to reflect in an interactive educational environment. With regard to recent developments, we embarked our 2025 academic year under a new brand, City College Dublin. The new brand brings together the collective expertise and experience of Progressive College, City Colleges and City Language School. And these are now formed under new faculties within City College Dublin. We are very excited to see City College Dublin evolve, and of course, thank you for being with us on this journey. I'm also pleased to say that we are now in the final stages of approving our scope of provision with QQI to offer master's programmes at City College Dublin. This will open the door to new postgraduate diplomas and master's programmes in disciplines including business, computing and IT, law, life sciences, and of course, early childhood education. As graduands and very soon to be alumni, we'll keep you posted on these developments, and of course, we would love you to come back to City College Dublin in the near future. So back to you, the real VIPs today. We celebrate not just the completion of a chapter, but the beginning of a lifelong learning journey. Graduation is often seen as the finish line, but in truth, it's just the starting point, a launch pad into a world that is constantly changing, evolving, and challenging us to grow. The world you are stepping into is dynamic, technologies emerge overnight, industries transform, and ideas that seemed impossible yesterday become reality today. In this environment, one skill stands out above all others: the ability to keep learning. Lifelong learning is not just about collecting degrees, certificates, or diplomas. Of course, they're very nice. It's more than that. It's about curiosity, the willingness to ask questions, to seek answers, and to adapt. It's about resilience, the ability to embrace change rather than fear it. And it's about humility, the understanding that no matter how much we know, there is always more to discover. And the great Nelson Mandela reminded us, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. And these words capture the essence of why learning matters, not just for personal growth, but for shaping a better future for all. So think about this. The most successful people in any field are not those who know everything, but those who never stop learning. They read, they listen, they experiment, and they grow. They understand that learning is not a destination, it's a habit, a mindset, a way of life. So as you leave here today, I challenge you to make lifelong learning your companion. Learn from books, yes, but also from people, from experiences, from failures. Learn from the world around you and from the voices that are different from your own. And most importantly, learn about yourself, your strengths, your passions, your purpose. Because when you commit to lifelong learning, you don't just adapt to the future, you help shape it. Congratulations, graduands. The world is waiting for your ideas, your energy, and your curiosity. Keep learning, and you will keep leading. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Graham. And now to the most important part of the ceremony, when we turn our attention to the presentation of awards to graduands. But before we do, some instructions, please, if you don't mind. Firstly, regarding how all graduands will come up to receive their parchment. So bear with me on this. Finola and her colleagues will usher you out of your seats in the correct order to come up and receive your awards. You will come up to the table and you will receive your award, and you will smile very awkwardly as we take a picture of you, and then you will return down the side aisles, please, and eventually back to your seats. There may be some traffic stops along the way, so just bear with them if you could. You will receive your individual parchments back at City Colleges. Now, the order of awards is as per your booklet, so names will be called out together in batches of 8 for each award. So batches of 8. So we will invite 8 people to come up. You will get that awkward picture I was telling you about with Graham, and then you will sit back down again, please, if you don't mind. And if we could just keep our clapping to after the 8 have disengaged themselves from the stage, that would be good. Because if we don't, we could be here until tomorrow. So I know I know you don't want it to end, but you might. So now I'll call upon Dr. Nigel Callanan, Dean of the Faculty of Business, who will present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the QQI BA in Business Studies. Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm very happy to see all you guys here. We've had a long journey together. So all coming to this day. And, you know, all of you have been here like in the 3 years with us. And I was kind of looking to see, like, kind of wondering how many people would attend. And it's everybody, which is brilliant. So that is lovely to see. And what a lovely tight group of students you were in helping each other out and everything to go with that. Okay, so let's get along to the ceremony. So we start off, Academic Board, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed programs of study and who are worthy of City College Progressive College Awards or City College Dublin Awards in there, the BA Business. Okay, so Anna Caroline Amaral Rodriguez. Beverly Avila. Bruno Bachelli. Caterina Barbosa Mata de Oliveira Vieira. Victor Brazil de Silva. Juanesca Candido. Isaiah Daniel Cuarte Rivera. Javier de la Garcia. Cassia de la Rosa. Sofia Dominguez. Lucas Ferreira. Semi Flores Montoya. Next is I have Miguel. Miguel's not here, no? Okay. Okay. So William Germano. Okay. Nadeli Concalo. And Fernanda Gonzalez Moisen. Marcos Joel Lazara. Leticia Lerner do Nascimento. Ali Rehman Lugmani. Ana Luisa. Alana Lynham. Sarah Macedo Rodriguez. Laura Martinez. Lucelia Mendez da Silva. Carolina Mendez de Sosa. Aryan Saikan Men Saikan. Ana Eugenia Monge. Perla Ordenez. Carolina Padilla Njera. Mitzi Perez. Veronica Panida. Rafael Peros de Santos. Francisco Sanchez. Vivian Ellen Seguera. Patricia Elizabeth Sosa Fernandez. Uriceli Souza. Longino Tiapila. Monica Teixeira da Silva. Luis Ugalde. Alexander Urbana Durban. Yeah. And Rodolfo Vieira da Silva. And now we also have to give out our Student of the Year award to a student who worked consistently, extremely hard throughout the semesters and really went above and beyond in helping their classmates and kind of forging a real strong spirit between the students. So I'd like to re-welcome back up to the stage Catarina Barbosa Mata de Oliveira Vieira. Well deserved. Yeah, that's the entire list. Thank you. Enjoy your afternoon, evening.
Thank you very much, Nigel. I see you all listened very carefully to my instructions about only clapping after 8, so I've given up. I started clapping myself after 1. So that rule earlier on, forget it. We clap whenever you want to clap. It's fine. I now call on Mr. Paul Noon, Dean of the Faculty of IT and Computing, to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed the QQI Special Purpose Award in Cybersecurity. Thanks.
Thanks, John. Just want to say, first of all, good afternoon, everybody, and congratulations to all the graduates. I know you've all worked extremely hard to get here. It's not easy juggling family life, work life, and academic life, but you've all done it, and you've earned this day. So enjoy the day, and congratulations to you all. I present to you the following candidates who've successfully completed the QQI Special Purpose Award in Cybersecurity Programme. Eric Abulu. Eric Andrade. Kevin Cullen. Rafael de Souza Amarin. Thiago Dylan Fusaro. Raul Freitas. Catherine Gallardo. Osrin Giorgita. Silvia Gambarovic. Guilherme Rosario. Michael Hunjet. Chris Lee. Ivan Lukenda. Jonathan McKeough. Anna Monaliano. Greg Murphy. Sandra Nahini. Kawe Oliveira. Martin O'Reilly. Cloud Martinucci. Wally Patel. Connor Powderly. That concludes the Cybersecurity Programme Awards. We have one special award for somebody who went above and beyond, worked extremely hard and became the Student of the Year. So our nominated Diploma Cybersecurity Student of the Year is Chris Lee. Congratulations, everybody. Enjoy your special day.
Well done, Chris. Totes emotion, walking off with the flowers there, isn't it lovely? So I now call on Karen Higgins, Joint Director of Quality Assurance, to present the City College Professional Awards, including, it has to be said, my own area in criminology. Karen.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm very privileged to stand here and call out the students' names for the Professional Awards for City College Dublin. Academic Board, I present to you the following candidates who have successfully completed the City College Professional Diplomas. With a diploma in Criminology and Forensic Psychology, we have Selina Callahan. Apologies. From the Faculty of Business and Finance, we have Jessica Brown-Smith, Deborah Dutra-Souza, Kevin Greeley. Apologies. Emma Hughes. Sandra Hughes. Siobhan Judge. Cyrielle Lavore. Andrea Carlo Mango. Paula McCann. Niamh Houlihan. Patrick Garvey. Michael Doyle. James Sweeney. And now for our diploma in data analytics students, Renata Agostini. Graduating with diploma in immigration and asylum law in Ireland, Omar Farouk. Monica Thelma Macheso. Dorothea Christine O'Mahony. Our diploma in legal executive studies, Colette Shaw Percy. Sarah Kelly. Graduating with a diploma in medical law, Greta Cronin. Graduating with a certificate in family history research, Margaret Connolly. Tracy Goddard. Fiona Hackett. Ita Martin. And Rachel Richardson. Graduating with a diploma in addiction studies, Brian Gilmore. Graduating with a diploma in applied behaviour analysis, Claire Buggy. Graduating with diplomas in cognitive behavioural therapy, Joanne Crowley. And Siobhan Timony Clark. Graduating with a diploma in counselling psychology, Mairead Burke. Elaine Durkin. Sarah Farrell. Claire Gilligan. And Regina Hart. And graduating with a diploma in traumatology and PTSD, Jasmine Cecilia Crasta. And Leonardo Cavallero. Enjoy your day, you deserve it. Thank you.
And I now call upon Philip Curry, Principal of Ashfield College, to present the Student of the Year for this college. After a few words, Philip will then call on Mrs. Septa Fitzpatrick to present the Declan Fitzpatrick Scholarship, which goes to our top law student of the year.
It's a great honour and privilege to present the Ashfield College Student of the Year 2025 to somebody who achieved full marks in his Leaving Cert but was also an all-round decent human being, which is very important these days. So Matthew Herbert, let's be having it. It's again a great honour and privilege to call on Mrs. Septa Fitzpatrick, who is wife of the late Declan Fitzpatrick, who was a great friend, colleague and mentor to lots of people across the group. So Septa will present the Declan Fitzpatrick Memorial Award to the top law student. So Septa. Colony Del Martin.
One final big round of applause, please, for everybody here today. Thank you very much. Sorry, I've just been reminded, I do wish to, and I should have said this first, call upon Aoife Harrington, Academic Director of the Faculty of Language, to present the Student of the Year for her faculty. Apologies. And the great news is there's one for everyone in the audience of those. No, thank you very much, everybody, and thank you and well done to all our graduates. Now, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to our keynote speaker for our ceremony here today, Mr. Paul Healy, partner at Futurist Management Consulting. When I was first advised that Paul Healy was coming to give the keynote address today, I was surprised. After all, Paul Healy has been the well-known crime correspondent of the Irish Daily Star for a good while now. Was the CEO giving me a subtle message? Was he marking my cards? Well, no offence to the Irish Star's Paul Healy, but thankfully it wasn't that Paul Healy. Indeed, some might say it was the Paul Healy, and now knowing his background, I can well understand why. You see, Paul's CV might be described in the business as the platinum version. He's a senior business consultant with 25 years executive experience across both the public and the private sectors. Of specific interest to third-level colleges and universities and their graduates, and so us today, is that until this year, he led the transformation of the National Workforce Development Agency, SkillNet Ireland, as its chief executive. Indeed, his stewardship of SkillNet led to a fourfold increase in funding to over €100 million annually, and gaining it international recognition as a best practice agency. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, can you put your hands together please for the one and only, it has to be said, Paul Healy. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everybody, and firstly I want to thank you, John, for that very warm and generous introduction, and I can assure you at least half of what he said was accurate. And always with these things you have to guess which half that is. It's a wonderful, wonderful privilege for me to give the keynote address on this such an important day for all of you and such a meaningful day for all of you. But I want to take you back to a place and to a time. And that place is 1950. Here in this country of Ireland and in the west of Ireland in particular. And it's a place that is unrecognisable from the country that you see today. It had just 2.9 million people, slightly over half the population that we have now. And it was an agricultural, agrarian economy. It was based around the land, it was based around the farming. There was limited economic activity beyond that. And there was limited opportunity for our citizens, and most of all, very limited opportunity to education. And wrapping around all of that was a conservative societal culture that was stifling and that held people back. But there was one family living in the west of Ireland, a family of 9 children, and a small 40-acre farm in a place called Abbeynockmoy, which is about 20 miles outside Galway City. There was warmth, there was love, and there was joy in that family, underpinned by the Irish traditions of faith and community. But that was a time that was beset by the scourge of immigration. And can you imagine 7 out of those 9 children emigrated to the United States? And the grief and trauma of their mum and dad as they watched them leave, some of which they never saw again. But 2 stayed on. One stayed on to inherit the farm and to continue on with that tradition. But the second was a bright spark, And after just 1 year of secondary education, because that's all they could have access to in those days, this man set his Leaving Cert, and he did enough to gain access to the college of UCD up here. And through the support of his family, who were in the United States at that time, who sent the money back, he was able to complete a 4-year degree, and he went on to have a successful career here in Ireland, working in the public service. I'm one of his 7 children, and that man's name was Sean Healy. So what does his life teach us? His life teaches us about the transformational effect, the transformational impact that education can have on lives and on societies. And his story is Ireland's story. So this is a country that had no natural resources. This is a country that never had an industrial tradition. But we have built an exporting powerhouse of an economy, and we've raised the living standards and the prosperity on this land through one thing, and that was through a belief and an investment in our people. And over the 70 years that followed, we have created one of the most dynamic education and training systems anywhere in the world. And the statistics all support that. So Ireland is the 3rd in the OECD in terms of graduate attainment, amongst whom we're in the room with today. It's the 2nd on the planet in terms of workforce productivity. We produce twice as many female STEM graduates than the European average. We're the 2nd largest exporter of pharma anywhere in the world, coming from this small island of over 5 million people. We're the 2nd largest exporter of ICT services. And as I said, we've raised the prosperity levels right up until the very, very top 10 of anywhere in any country, anywhere in the world. And you heard John talk about Wolfe Tone earlier on of this church in the great Protestant tradition, one of our great patriots. And I'm just thinking how awestruck and how proud he would have been in terms of his sacrifice when he saw the republic that we have created and the opportunities that we've created for our citizens. As my time as Chief Executive of Skillnet Ireland, we saw so many countries come over to investigate what we're doing here. The curiosity, how did you create something from the ashes of your independence that has driven so much economic prosperity for its citizens and became an absolute anchor for the most dynamic foreign direct investment that you'll see anywhere? And as I said, this is all evidence-based. But I suppose we have to avoid the scourge of complacency and particularly Irish exceptionalism. And what I mean by that, we've done wonderful things, but we have our problems. We still can't house all our citizens. We still don't have an infrastructure that's fit for the 21st century. We still don't get the type of outcomes in terms of health that we make an investment in our system. And we are now to embark into a new world, a new workforce, new careers that are being transformed literally every week by artificial intelligence. And what will all that mean to us? And that's where you come in. That's where the torch is now passed to you. And what will you do with that? Where will you bring these skills and talents and this gift that you've been giving? What role will you play? And if I was to step back, I think one of the greatest gifts that has been bestowed onto you as graduates here today is the gift of critical thinking and the gift of independent thought. And that is ever so much in demand as a quality in the modern world, where we have AI, where we have disinformation, where we have hidden agendas. So your ability to weigh up the evidence, your ability to critically assess everything that's put in front of you today and to come out with an evidence-based conclusion would be so important for the lives, for the society, for all of us here as you go forward. So I congratulate and commend every one of you. In particular, I commend your families, your partners, your friends who may be with you here today, who I'm sure were the scaffolding around you over the last number of years or months that you're undertaking your studies, and we're not to forget them in this very, very important day. But to conclude, I want to bring you back to that little cottage in the west of Ireland and return to that family, all of whom have gone now, and God's peace to their ashes. But surely they are in a place where there are lone stone walls and a white cottage at the end of the Bohereen. There the parents, the brothers and the sisters all gather with their kind friends and relations. The heaped up sods in the fire, a dresser filled with blue and white delf, the ever-boiling kettle on the range, a ticking clock, and the sweet smell of pipe tobacco and the soft sound of the radio gently echoing through that warm cottage. They are out now. They're out from the wind and the rain. They've gone home. Thank you.
Well, Paul, thank you so much for those words. Well, can you believe that we are now coming to the end of our ceremony? I can see a number of gentlemen down the back who are saying, John, please let this day never ever end. All right then. No. Before we leave you, I'd like to remind you once more of the reception up at City Colleges, where you received your gowns and indeed where you can hand them back on the 5th floor, and reception on the 4th floor. Please also ensure that if you can make it, do make it for catch-ups, pictures and all the usual. Now, in a few minutes, the academic staff will process in a very orderly fashion, 2 by 2. Noah's Ark, hello, yeah. And I would ask you then at that point to all stand as proud graduates of the various colleges of City Education Group. On the day that's in it, we will naturally recess out to the beautiful Symphony No. 9, Beethoven's Ode to Joy, played of course by Duncan and John on piano and trumpet. Before this, however, some final words of thanks to certain people who made this day possible. Firstly, to the wonderful people here at this church, especially Ruby, who's hiding down the back there, looking all shy and humble, but I've called her out now and it's too late. Thank you so much for all your generosity here, and of course your colleagues. Indeed, to our own City Education Group, and especially if I could mention Suzanne, Pam and Finola, without whom days like this cannot happen, and of course with so many others. And to all our academic and administrative staff across the group who joined us this morning, due to your guidance in your specialist areas, all your students have arrived here today. And of course to the family and friends of all the graduates here today who doubtless had to put up with the various occasional wailing and gnashing of teeth and robbing of Dada wine bottles just to get them through the course. Most of all, we thank and congratulate everyone, of course, who has received an award here today. Days like this really are such important moments, and we're so delighted to be able to share it with you. But I'd like to leave you finally with a short poem. It's by a woman called Donna Ashworth. She's a Scottish poet, and she suggests that you take only one word from life, and I'm going to suggest that it's the one word you take from today. And that one word, which we will hear played shortly, is joy. It's a word which needs to be a mantra, not just today, but especially but sometimes in your life you can seem to find very little of it. So always, please remember it from us. And it goes as follows. Joy does not arrive with a fanfare on a red carpet, strewn with the flowers of a perfect life. Joy sneaks in as you pour a cup of coffee, watching the sunlight hit your favorite tree just right. And you usher joy away because you are not ready for her. Your house is not as it should be for such a distinguished guest. But joy cares nothing for your messy home, or your bank balance, or your waistline. You see, joy is supposed to slither through the cracks of your imperfect life. That's how joy works. You cannot truly invite her. You can only be ready when she appears and hug her with meaning. Because in this very moment, at your graduation, joy chose you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and may your God go with you.